Hello everyone, welcome back to Season 5 here at Ferrari's home for the Italian Grand Prix in front of the Tifosi with the special one-off helmet. Yeah, at round 14. As we go into qualifying, it's set to be wet for most of it and the race is set to be wet throughout. Let's see what we can do.
The pit lane will be open shortly, which means it's nearly time for qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix here in Monza. And as we count down to that green light, I have to say, Anthony Davidson, that this rain is not showing any signs whatsoever of abating. I imagine we'll be looking at some last-minute setup changes to better adapt these cars to the conditions. What do you think?
The trouble is, Crofty, they need to be thinking about the race tomorrow. You don't want to go jacking up the ride heights and piling on a few points of extra downforce that you're not going to want in the Grand Prix itself. The Parc Fermé regulations mean that you have to make that choice. The best thing the drivers can do is adapt with the tools they have available in the cockpit. Moving the brake bias forward will help stop the rear end slipping out under braking, and opening up the differential can really help tame the oversteer on corner exit. The drivers that can make best use of these techniques will have the best chance for success here today.
We don't think you'll have any trouble getting into the next session, so don't push too hard. Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current conditions. I know you're eager to get out there, but I'm going to need you to be patient for a few minutes. We're just trying to zero in on an oil leak. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 21.7. Car repairs have set us back a little. Currently, the fastest lap is a 1:19.2. You've just put in the fastest lap. Good job. Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 18.7. Good work.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three: Weber, Leclerc and Kevin Magnussen. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
The Italians love their cars and they love their racing. And of course, they love it here at Monza. Home race for Ferrari, of course, who've had 18 wins here since 1950. But you know, there's not been so much luck for the locals in the cockpit recently. The last Italian driver to win this race was back in 1966. So what now? I think it's time to make some more history here today. With the rain coming down here at the 3.6-mile Monza circuit, the low drag setups preferred by most teams could cause them some problems in today's Grand Prix. So watch out for cars struggling for grip around Parabolica, the last and most demanding of this track's 11 corners. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. They haven't had any retirements in the last 5 races. What do you think that says about the reliability of their car?
I think they can be fairly pleased with that record so far. The first thing any good car needs is a solid, reliable base with which to build on, and they seem to have that this season.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Great work from Lucas Weber yesterday sees him start from pole, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Magnussen, McDonald, Max Verstappen, and Stroll, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Grosjean, and Pierre Gasly, Hamilton, Butler, Lando Norris, and Sainz, Hülkenberg, Perez, Sebastian Vettel, and Valtteri Bottas. Kubica and George Russell ends our grid lineup, and with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
You can run side by side into the Rettifilio, but don't brake too late on these cold tyres or you will hit someone.
Thanks for that, Jeff. So, it'll be a one-stop. Might get to Inters later in the Grand Prix, but yeah, Haas have got their first front row lockout with Lucas Weber taking his first pole position for Haas. They're in a prime position, a 1-2 on the grid. Hamilton, Vettel, Perez did not even get into Q3. Perez and Vettel were out in Q1, Hamilton out in Q2. But yeah, definitely a missed pole position, I felt like, for us. Or at least the front row to split the Haas cars. They've got amazing pace. But it's not going to be dry for the race today. It's going to be wet weather here at Monza. Yeah, I really thought we could have got out. It would be our 42nd pole position. But unfortunately, we had a big slide over the curb in turn 2. But could have been worse. I mean, P4, not a bad position to start in.
They're on fresh wets, air in 17.
Yeah, so Vettel starting in a lonely P17. Hopefully he can score points today for the team, because Haas, if they manage a 1-2, they could definitely be right with us in the constructors, or even leapfrog us. And McLaren, once again, they seem to be losing a bit of momentum here in the championship. Ever since the German Grand Prix, they've not been the quickest. I don't think they've not won a race since Silverstone. It was like, it probably feels ages to them. But let's see what we can do for the Grand Prix here at Monza.
That was just me closing my window. Right, here we go then. For the Italian Grand Prix here at Monza. Got the 2 Red Bulls just behind me. What's going to happen in 27 laps time? Can Weber take his second win of the season, or can we get at least a podium for the Tifosi? That's what we're aiming for. 5 red lights, lights out, and away we go. They weren't held for long. I'm going to cover off Verstappen. Oh, Verstappen had a little look there. Oh, Verstappen's lost it. He's lost it on the straight. I think Verstappen's already out of the race. Or is he able to continue? No, we've got a virtual safety car. Take avoiding action there. Oh no, I think is he still going? I think Verstappen's actually still going, but lost control. I mean, he tried to overtake me, but I already went to cover him off. He drove himself off. Because I didn't feel any contact at all on my car, so Verstappen, what on earth is Sainz doing? He just completely bumped into me. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's all over the place after the virtual safety car restart. Hamilton's made up so many places. Hamilton's nearly 12th already, or 11th. Here comes Grosjean out of all people. I'm getting attacked here, but he doesn't make the move. But Butler in 7th, he's made a fantastic start, but it's not been the ideal start for ourselves.
The difference is 4.5 seconds. They're on fresh wets.
So which one of the Haas cars leads the race? As they cross the line to start lap 2, Lucas Weber leads the Italian Grand Prix from Leclerc. All the spray being kicked up. Into turn 1 and 2. You've got to go earlier on the brakes a little bit here, because it's very tricky to slow the car down. Oh my gosh, it's very difficult to slow the car down as we cut the chicane, but we didn't really gain any time from it. But they were holding on to the lead just about, but Leclerc getting all that spray from his teammate. Hamilton is moving up into 10th into the points. He set a purple middle sector and burning off the fuel. But not the ideal start we wanted, losing 5 places there. Just didn't seem to get off the line in the end, but Magnussen sets the fastest lap now.
Is in first position. P1, the difference is 5.5 seconds. They're on fresh wets. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:33.0.
Understood. I mean, they're very close up front, and Hamilton is up into 10th place in the points already. The championship leader making great progress as he now starts to pile the pressure on me. Hamilton's going for it! Oh, what is Hamilton doing? Hamilton loses 2 places there. I don't know what he was doing. He wasn't going to... There wasn't even a gap on the outside and he just went for it. That is very surprising. That could have been nasty. But the championship leader, losing a couple places. He's now behind his teammate Perez. Now I have to try and regroup and catch back up to Gasly here.
Lucas is in first position.
Weber's holding on to the lead.
6.8 seconds. They're on fresh wets. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:33.0.
Grosjean Grosjean's gaining. What is going on here? I'm not having that. Oh, here comes Grosjean. Out of all people. But we'll make sure we stay ahead. Just about. So we've got the two McLarens to deal with. I think Verstappen's just hoping for a safety car here. Because he's about half a lap down here. We're only 2 seconds behind this group of cars here. Grosjean and Perez going with all Perez into the points. Has someone got damage ahead? Because we're rapidly catching the cars ahead. Oh, Verstappen with the fastest lap. Interesting. Is that Raikkonen in P4 with some damage potentially? Because he's dropped massively. As Vader is still the race leader. Also, Perez has dropped back a bit. Oh, we've got yellow flags. Oh, we got Weber in the wall! The race leader, Lucas Weber! Lucas Weber was leading the Grand Prix! And is now... Is he out of the race? He has not had a retirement since season 3 of the British Grand Prix. I think he is continuing. He's continuing, at least, for him. That is so unfortunate. What has happened to Lucas? Oh, that is so heartbreaking. I don't know what place is he in. Oh, he's pitted. Lucas Weber. His hopes of a Grand Prix win here at Monza have been dashed away on lap 4 of this race. I think he's had contact with his teammate Leclerc. Drama at Haas.
The difference is 9.9 seconds. They're on
Oh,
fresh
well, he's
wets.
well out
We think
in
they've
front
got
of
more
Verstappen
stop.
though. But Weber down in 19th place. I can't believe it. That is absolute heartbreak for Lucas Weber. It's going to be some serious words with Günther Steiner. Hamilton's back up into 9th place. Because I saw the yellow flags. I thought it was the Alfa Romeo that was going slowly. But I think an Alfa Romeo's got damage, surely, because there's no way.
Heavy rain will pass in 5 minutes.
Yeah, weather report. Let us know about when we go on the Intes as well.
We'll be working with light rain conditions. Full wets seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
I agree. Butler's going to get a nosebleed from running up in P6. He's not been this far up the grid in ages. But Hamilton, oh, he's going to try again. Is he going to go for it in the same spot? No, he's not this time. He thinks better of it. He isn't going to get around there. Just treacherous conditions. Oh, I don't know if Lucas got caught out in the rain there. Hamilton having a look. Gonna have to try and cover him off, but we just can't get there in time. We're going to try and fight back because he's left the inside open. Bouncing over the curbs. Just about staying ahead. Vettel's also joining in. We've got the McLarens and the Ferraris battling for position. That was very close with Hamilton. But he's left us the inside and we're going to take it as Leclerc sets the fastest lap. We're battling for 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th here with the McLarens and my teammate Vettel. Here comes Perez and Vettel as well in the spray. The 4 of us going wheel to wheel. Nearly Perez tags me. I'm going on the grass. Give me space, Perez. good. I'll use the drive to get away from the Mexican as he's trying to hang on to my car. Oh, we've lost out in that battle. I have to regroup, try again. Get the Mexican on the brakes, down the inside. And we'll get back into the points, but Vettel's ahead as well. What battle between Ferrari and McLaren here? Not where either of us would have expected.
Okay, the rain should ease up in a couple of minutes. Light rain soon. Full wets seem like the best tyre for now. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Copy that.
I mean, lap 15 could be into immediate conditions. They just don't seem to be as quick as Vettel and Hamilton in the wet. Trying to hang on. Here comes Perez again. He switches to the outside. He's got that move done. Tuck back in the slipstream. Go for it round the outside. Get it slowed down. Just in time, Perez whacks into the side of my car, but no damage done. I didn't cut the chicane, I didn't want to do that. Weber sets the fastest lap of the race. I don't think Weber's completely out of contention here. Gasly's dropped back quite a bit. He's been overtaken now by Hamilton and Vettel. I'm going to try and get back up to the Mercedes. Grosjean also trying to fight back. Just don't seem to be as confident as the other cars around. I mean, Perez is losing time. Got to stay at least ahead of him as well, because he's ahead of me in the championship currently. It's Grosjean again. But if Weber and Leclerc did collide, does Leclerc have a penalty? See, now Weber knows how I felt in Belgium. Is it time for interview yet? Copy. I think we can do better on the inters though. That was a poor exit. Grosjean having a look. He wasn't going to get around there. I'll have to see on the replay what happened with Lucas there. I think he's either lost control or he's had contact. Alright, we have a chance to get here on Gasly as Hamilton sets the fastest lap. He's in the 131s, I'm in the 133s here. As we're gaining on Gasly. Gonna go for it round the outside. Leaving the room just about, and we're up into P9. Thank you, Jeff. He likes that overtake. Proof from the race engineer, but I don't think Gasly's done, because we didn't get the best of exits there. Gasly might have a look back. we're up into P9 now. Back into 9th place. And I say, Weber isn't a million miles away from Kubica in 18. Here comes Gasly again. Perez trying to take advantage of Grosjean there. Doesn't get the move done. Butler's down to 8th now.
The gap is 21.
Yeah, Weber's catching.
Seconds. They're on fresh wets. We think they've got
Weber's the quicker car though. I can't believe he... Oh, I'm so sorry for him. I'm just 5 seconds up the road. I'm not even catching Butler. Really get... Oh, I know that was a quarter cut. Struggling to get the car slowed down. Weber sets another fastest lap, a 1:31.7. My best is a 1:33.3. Just shows how quick he is. We've got yellow flags with Verstappen at the back. Has he lost it again? Or is he I think he might be retiring this time. I think Verstappen... Yeah, Verstappen is out of the race. And we've got a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car is deployed. What's the weather for?
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Full wets seem like the best tyre for now.
Do you risk inters now? But if full wets are still the best, then probably not.
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Oh, Weber's up into 18th. He's already got past Kubica. Wow. It just shows he's got great pace.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Green flag.
Green flag. Are approaching Verstappen-stricken Red Bull. It's another retirement for Verstappen. He's had a miserable Italian Grand Prix. As there he is, pulled off to the side.
Gap to car in front is 5.
I mean, I can see that group, and I want to get there. Where's Vettel at?
Gap to teammate ahead is 6.7 seconds. They're on old wets. They're in 7th.
Vettel up into 7th place. Hamilton 5th.
37.0.
Hamilton is on a charge. And the gap 4.7 to Devon.
Advise moving to mix 2. Fuel to mix 2.
Yeah, we'll turn the engine down soon.
The difference is 19.8 seconds. They're on fresh wets. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1 minute 41.6.
Vettel's making another move to
Two laps until our pit
P6.
window opens. We're going to put you on the full wet tyre.
No, I'm going to go for Inter when we pit. There's no point in going full wet again if it's set to be light rain. I can't get the car slowed.
You need to slow down before hitting the corners. We don't want to get a
Vettel's dropped back
penalty.
a bit anyway.
We're trailing
Yeah,
our
so
teammates
Vettel's up
by
to
5.5 seconds.
I
They're
think
on
up
old
to
wets.
6
They're in
now,
6th.
yep.
The time last lap was a
Vettel's making good progress for the Tifosi. I'm trying to get back to where I was. Perez not even in the points at the moment. I've got a 3-second penalty for multiple warning. Got a track limits.
Penalty for that last incident.
I can't do anything about that. What can you do? Grosjean getting himself into the points as Hamilton sets another fastest lap, trying to catch Stroll, the sole remaining Red Bull in P4.
Gap to teammate ahead is 5.0 seconds. Pulling out to second the lap on the car behind.
Yeah, they are battling for that final points paying position. Oh my god! I nearly lost it, I nearly spun, I'm not gonna lie.
We'll be seeing at least 20
That was
minutes of
so
light winters and wets.
slippery, it's so slippery down that chicane, I nearly spun.
We're trailing our teammate by
5.6 seconds off Vettel, and that's not a million miles away.
The time last lap was a 1:33.3. The gap to the car ahead is 4.6 seconds.
Trying to catch back up to Butler here. Perez is now trying to make his way back in the points as we've got drivers in the pits.
Sebastian,
So Vettel pits. Weather report.
light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. It's hard to say if inters or wets are better
Oh,
right
I
now.
think the box at the end of this lap. It might be hectic in that pit lane, you know.
The gap is 21.3 seconds. They're on old wets. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap
I
was
felt like I was struggling for a while.
Check your MFD for a new
Yeah, I think
strategy
this is
option.
the
Right,
MFD.
information on Grosjean. They seem to have an issue.
Oh, Grosjean seems to have an issue. Right, Inters, box for Inters. Box this lap for Inter. It may have been a busy pit lane, so drivers may have had to hold station for a while. So this could help us. Gap to Vettel.
We're leading our teammate by 23.2 seconds. They're on fresh inters. They're in 13th.
Got Magnussen and Leclerc still staying. Oh no, Raikkonen and Leclerc are still out on full wets, but I'm going for Inter.
Hitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, I want Inter. Box, box. Come on, guys. Great start. 2.3, that's a good start.
I'm happy with that.
Oh, Stroll's still in the full wets. As we're going to jump Sebastian Vettel, he must have been held in the pits. Because I don't know how on earth I've got out in front. He's 5.6 seconds ahead of me. And we've just about jumped our teammate. That has thrown a spanner in the works for Vettel. We'll be wondering how on earth that's happened. As Vettel is going to have a look at the two Ferraris going side by side here at Monza. There's Vettel on the right hand side. I'm fending him off. Oh, we've gone deep. Vettel might be able to get through now, and he does. Vettel has got by me already. I don't know why some drivers are on the full wets. I don't think they're going to make it, really, or they're going to struggle. But they have to make a stop, surely. Stroll is going to be in trouble. Where's Lucas? How's he doing?
Is 27.9 seconds. They're on fresh inters.
Uh, if Lucas can get some points, that'll be great to see, but what a heartbreak for him. Unless we have a safety car of some sort, but we've only lost Verstappen at the moment anyway. We've got an Alfa Romeo in the pits. Well, they're trying to overcut, that's the thing. Maybe it's an overcut attempt. Or maybe I was wrong on the map, I thought one of the Alphas was in the pits. Not sure, I don't even know. Right, sort of going along with Vettel here. But we have that 3-second penalty. He's 10.5 seconds behind me, wow.
Difference is 26.0 seconds. They're on fresh inters. E-time last lap was a 1:54.4.
So Lucas is, I think, 17th. Hamilton in the 129s. He's on a charge. I think Stroll's on the full wet.
Our gap to the car in front is
Because
2.3
he is
seconds.
under pressure from Ricciardo in the racing point. And then this is Lance Stroll we're talking about. So yeah.
You're increasing the gap
Oh
on
yeah,
car
we're way
behind
quicker
by
than
5
Gasly,
tenths
but
per
we're not.
lap.
We're slower than Vettel. Vettel is on a charge as well. Perez is stuck behind one of the Toro Rossos. Vettel sets the fastest lap at 129.4, we go 130.5. Wow, there's a whole group of cars ahead. Maybe I can close back up. Yeah, I can't seem to really match Vettel's pace at all.
I think we're still on the right tyres for the
I
time
agree,
being.
copy that. I think that's one of the Alfa Romeos in the lead. I think Leclerc must have taken a penalty. Surely. Or he got damage, I don't know, but I realise now the Alfa Romeo is in the lead. Leclerc has dropped to second place here. I think Vettel's making the move on Stroll or on Butler as well. I think they're nearly 3 wide. No, they made it through. Oh, I got another warning as well. Raikkonen is... Oh no, or is it Magnussen? No, Magnussen's in the lead. Magnussen leads the Italian Grand Prix. Wow.
The difference losses 24.2
Yeah, Stroll's on the
seconds. They're
front
on fresh
wet.
inters. The time
I don't
last
know
lap
what
was
Stroll's
1
doing.
minute 30.2.
He's on the wrong tyre. Inters are quicker. Yeah, Vettel up into 7th. And we've got yellows out.
Small amount of
I
time
think
to
that's
cover
another
and
car
keep
breaking
pushing.
down. That is a Toro Rosso. Is it Signs, maybe?
Okay, gap ahead is 2.9 seconds.
It is Signs. Carlos Signs out of the Italian Grand Prix. Now, is there going to be a safety car or a virtual? No, doesn't look like it. It's just pulled to the side. No, I think no. Oh, I would have loved to have a safety car right now.
The gap is 22.4 seconds. They're on fresh inters. The time last lap was a 1:29.7.
We're gaining on Lance Stroll.
Yellow flag.
Get yellow flags for Signs. Out of the race.
Gap to teammate ahead is 3.8 seconds.
We've got green flag racing.
Okay, clear.
Right at the gearbox of Stroll now.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Well, Stroll goes defensive, very defensive there. That's going to ruin his line. He's left the inside open. Going to go for it down the inside of Stroll, and we've made it up into P8. Don't normally see a overtake there, but we've made it work. Past the Canadian, up into P8.
Gap to car in front is 6.2 seconds.
Now we just need to deal with 3-second gap. As Vettel makes a move on Butler. Vettel fastest lap as well.
We're trailing our teammate by 6.2 seconds. They're on old inters. They're in sick. The time last lap was a 1 minute 28.7.
I couldn't even get the car slowed down there. That was, I braked a little bit later as well.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. The gap is 20.0 seconds. They're on fresh inters. The time last lap was a 1:29.8.
Just still about a 5-second gap to Butler. Sort of matching him, can't really catch him. Which I'm surprised by. Perez can't either. Perez is just stuck in 10th. Myself and Perez. So the championship contenders struggling here today. 4.9 seconds to Butler. Vettel making another move for 5th.
Gap to teammate ahead is 6.3 seconds. They're on old inters. They're in 5th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 30.2.
Vettel making more moves into the top 5. Hamilton's in a P4. He's charging to maybe get a podium, but it might be a little too late for him. just slower than Butler in the first sector. There's a big battle going on for fifth. I think Ricciardo is fighting back Vettel. If they keep battling, it will help me close up. I'm barely closing up. Oh yeah, Ricciardo's lost another... Oh no, Ricciardo! What has happened there? Losing places. Butler also makes a place up into P6. He's on for his best finish of the season. Try and catch both of them here.
The radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
I literally could not do anything. No, at least it was just a warning, not another penalty.
We don't want to get a penalty.
Stroll might... he might hang on to ninth, but come to check a
The
flag.
gap to the car ahead is 4.4 seconds.
Stroll 5 seconds. Oh, Ricciardo and Butler going side by side for P6 here at the Italian Grand Prix.
There's 3
And they're
laps.
still going side by side. All the while I'm gaining on them rapidly. Butler and Ricciardo going for it again and again. Leclerc, fastest lap now. As Leclerc's trying to put pressure on the race leader, Magnussen.
Difference is 17.1 seconds. They're on old Inter's. The time last lap was a 1:29.1.
Do you know what? Weber could get up into 11th here, but well, if he really goes for it. But unfortunately for Lucas, I don't think he's going to score points. The Pulses are having a nightmare Italian Grand Prix. If he won today, it would have been his 19th career victory. The greatest driver not to win a driver's title as it stands in this championship series. We're gaining on the cars ahead, but we're running out of time. We want to make an impression on Butler and Ricciardo. But Vettel has had a really good drive from 17th to 5th. Hamilton as well. The 11th to 4th, that was a very good drive from Hamilton. I think Stroll actually might not hang on tonight. Perez is climbing up the gearbox of that Red Bull. We've got 2 laps to go, and a gap 3.3. I've just got to hope that them two... But look, I think Leclerc's got back into the lead of this race. He's heading for a controversial victory here. Perez is up into 9th.
At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap.
Perez is up into P9.
Our gap to the car in front is 3.8 seconds.
Perez will know about my 3-second penalty
We have 2
for
laps
track
fuel remaining.
limits. So I've got to try and stay ahead of Perez even though he's gaining on me rapidly. Oh, the turbocharger is at 83%. Oh my gosh. as Leclerc has taken the race lead.
The difference is 15.8 seconds. They're on old inters. The time last lap was a 1 minute 29.4. This is your
Five
final
on the
lap.
129s at last. But final lap of the race. And it looks like P8 is what we're going to maybe get here. I think that's Lucas in 11th place. He's still going to try and get a point. I think that is Lucas in 11th. But Charles Leclerc is going to take a controversial victory here. As far as we know, he had contact with Weber, but Leclerc is going to run the final corner to win the Italian Grand Prix. It's going to be a double Alfa Romeo podium here at Monza. Oh, I've got another penalty! Oh, 6 seconds! And the gap's 6.9. 6.6, sorry. Well, I've got to make sure Perez doesn't get the place, technically. Come on! Is it... Well, P8 across the line. I think we're still P8. I think... Yeah, it wasn't our day today.
P8 for the Italian Grand Prix.
Great work from the Haas team. They take a famous win here today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out there on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
Today was another great race and an even greater victory for Haas. Here they come now to step out onto the top of the podium. They'll be incredibly happy with today's result. So, let's review the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I have to say Sebastian Vettel certainly caught my eye during today's race. Incredible driving.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So Leclerc wins by 7/10 of a second to Magnussen, Raikkonen a further 4.5 seconds. Alfa Romeo have been very strong past couple Grand Prix. Lucas Weber nearly recovered into the points but finishes P11. Really gutting for my friend and F2 teammate there. I think another 2 laps he probably would have got a point. Knowing his pace, he was very quick out there. Just wasn't our day though. But yeah, we'll see what happened here to Lucas. Oh, he got a really good start off the line. Oh wow, the visibility is terrible. It must have been lap 4 that he had that spin. but we'll check if Leclerc got a penalty afterwards. He's still got the yellow flags waving. I think that's the virtual safety car. Yeah, Lucas was barely holding on to the lead here. Oh, Leclerc had a look. Oh, did Weber just cut the corner there to stay ahead? It looked like from that view. Oh no, he didn't. Car number 70 did not work out today, so this was end of lap 3, so it must have, yeah, it happened on the next lap. Yeah, look at the top 3 pulling away. Wow, side by side, 3 wide. Just battling with the racing point there. But right, what happened then? Right, it happens down here. Oh no, don't tell me. Oh no, Weber lost it by himself. I can't believe that. He just ran wide and lost control. That is heartbreaking. Yeah, big damage on the left part of the end plate at the front wing. He just lost control. That is so unfortunate. Got on the greasy side of the track because he locked up and just spun it. Nearly took out the Alfa Romeo. See Leclerc's point of view. Oh, that is so unfortunate for Weber. So on board with Magnussen, he got taken out. Oh my word. That is so unfortunate for Lucas. That is a critical mistake. In terms of the championship as well, if he wanted to get into a late charge for the title, I mean that is a huge blow. But we moved down to 5th in the standings with Leclerc getting that race win. Oh, Hamilton had a warning with me. Well, Grosjean, Norris, Hulkenberg, Bottas having 5-second penalties. Not the most boring of races. There was a little bit of action there for sure. But next Grand Prix in Singapore, can we fight back? Because, yeah, we're 5th in the standings now. Leclerc leaps up to 4th. But he did briefly lose the lead. He must have had a slow pit stop. Or maybe he had contact later on with one of the Alfa Romeos. Hamilton extends his championship lead, 31 points clear, ahead of Perez now. And Vettel, yeah, about double. Yeah, we're 87 points behind Hamilton. I feel like this is the race where our title dreams are fading away somewhat. But hey, anything can happen. See you next time at the Singapore Grand Prix. Take care, guys. Goodbye.